Hello everyone, and I suppose we should talk about Microsoft buying Activision Blizzard. In case you didn't know, in case you've been living under a rock this week, Microsoft did announce the purchase of Activision Blizzard, or their intent to purchase Activision Blizzard. The deal won't go ahead until, at least they said, before June 30th of 2023, so that is another year away, another year and a half away. But Microsoft again bought them for just under $70 billion. Jesus. So that does include all of Activision Blizzard's IP, including Call of Duty, World of Warcraft, Diablo, Crash Bandicoot, etc., etc. So a lot of people are saying that Xbox have won the console war now due to the fact that they've got Activision, and also they've gained some massive IPs, but they've also gained a massive ton of problems if you think about it as well. By no means it's a guaranteed success. Mergers are never a guaranteed success in business. They never are. We've seen some companies merge and then, they're probably too big to fail. Microsoft, certainly too big to fail. They're $1 trillion company. But the merger might not go as well as you think, because Activision is, it's a company that is been in decline at least over the last year. I mean, you've got the whole sort of the investigation. What was it? The California? What was it? This California state? Was it this state of California? It was like a government department in California did their investigation into the working conditions at Blizzard, including allegations. There's some serious allegations in there, like sexual harassment, and there's things like a toxic work environment. So Activision Blizzard employees, they have been, they've been struggling. So they don't know whether they'll welcome being taken over by a larger corporation, but if it results in change, then it can be a good thing. So Blizzard, that's probably why Activision Blizzard was probably available to buy. Probably shareholders wanted out. So they have to put out the PR fire. I imagine the takeover isn't going to go through probably until all the lawsuits are sorted out and all the legal action is sorted out. That's probably why it's not taking place. A little corporate takeover, especially one this big, it's complicated. They're complicated things to work out. So that's why they take 18 months to work out the deal. So again, they add it to Bethesda. So we'll probably get Blizzard and Activision games added to Game Pass. Certainly, will we get World of Warcraft on Xbox? That's an interesting thing to ponder. I don't know, because WoW, they'd really have to dumb it down to run on a console. Although Final Fantasy 14, it does all right on console. So maybe they could get it to work on console. Who knows whether they could do that, whether it's something Microsoft would want. Although Microsoft does remain sort of committed to PC. On the PC, it doesn't really affect us. We might get the Battle.net store. Maybe they'll just move the games over to Steam, because Microsoft does have a presence on Steam, and all of their games come out on Steam. Forza Horizon 5, Halo Infinite, as well as all the Bethesda games as well. They're all on Steam as well. And they're also on the Microsoft Windows Store in Game Pass as well. You can get them through Game Pass, not through Steam, but you can get again all their games through that. So whether they'll whether they'll just add Battle.net to Game Pass, or whether they will just move the games off of Battle.net, because you've seen Battle.net was just like a launcher for Blizzard games, essentially. WoW, StarCraft, Diablo, etc. But now, they started selling all the Call of Duties through it, and Crash Bandicoot 4 as well came to it. So hopefully they get moved over to, again, a better PC platform. Not that they don't do that badly on Battle.net. But it'd be interesting to see WoW come back. If WoW came to Steam, that would be interesting. Or if Call of Duty comes back to Steam. It would be interesting to see if that does happen. Be interesting to see what happens with the PC exclusive. I think Diablo 4 was coming to consoles anyway. Diablo 3 did, and Diablo 2 remake, that came to consoles, so that won't really be affected. It'll still probably just be Xbox exclusive, I would imagine. The next big question is Call of Duty. Will it be an Xbox exclusive? I kind of doubt it, to be honest with you. I mean, Microsoft owns Minecraft as well, and it's available on PlayStation 4, PlayStation 5, Nintendo Switch. Minecraft Dungeons, which came out about 2 years ago, or was it last year? Yeah, 2 years ago. It went in 2020. That came out on the PlayStation 4, the Nintendo Switch, as well as the Xbox consoles. So I would say that there's a reasonable chance that Call of Duty might not be exclusives. I can understand why Starfield is exclusive to Xbox. It's a new IP, and Microsoft will want that IP exclusive to their platforms. It's going to come out on PC and Xbox. But Starfield is a brand new. It's a brand new, again, a brand new IP and a brand new sort of concept from Bethesda. So I would imagine that they're going to want to keep that locked down. Elder Scrolls 6, that will probably be exclusive as well. Again, Elder Scrolls has been mostly PC and Xbox though for most of its life. Like Elder Scrolls 3, 4, and 5. Well, 3 was Xbox exclusive. 4 started out, Oblivion started out as Xbox exclusive and then went to PS3. Skyrim never ran well on the PS3. If you remember back to the Skyrim days, although it did get ported to everything under the sun, Skyrim. But yeah, so Elder Scrolls 6, I guess they'll want to keep. I don't know what they'll do with Fallout, who knows. But Call of Duty, I mean, Call of Duty does a lot of sales on PlayStation. It does a lot of numbers. And don't forget, PlayStation have an exclusivity deal with Activision. And who knows how long that's going to run for. We don't know how long that runs for. So Microsoft will have to honor that. And they did honor it with Deathloop. Remember, that was PlayStation exclusive, and when Microsoft bought Bethesda, they did honor it, and they have said they'll honor any contract that they have with Sony. So I would imagine that Call of Duty there's probably too much money left on the table. Although Call of Duty's popularity is waning, it still makes a hell of a lot of money, and I think PlayStation is the lead platform. So I don't know. I don't think that Microsoft will want to give that up. If they can make, tens of millions selling units to the PlayStation platform, they might as well do it. It's kind of like Sony and the PC games. If they can make extra money doing it, they might as well do it. They might as well, although they're putting on a rival platform, Microsoft. But if there's money in it, you might as well do it. You certainly might as well go for it. And get the money. It's better to have the money than not have the money. If you know what I mean by that. It's better to make the money from your rival's platform, because I think the PlayStation, again, I think it is the lead platform for Call of Duty, and it has been since the PS4. I imagine that it will change. The lead platform will change, going from PS4, probably PlayStation to Xbox now, because it'll probably be on Game Pass now, day one, you'd imagine. It's going to be a big Microsoft thing. So that will maybe shift it. Maybe PlayStation's user base will decline, so Microsoft will eventually stop. Maybe just keep COD on PlayStation for a few years and then move it over to Xbox and say, well, look, most of the player base are on Xbox and PC, so we're going to move it off of PlayStation. Maybe they'll do that, but again, as it stands, I think PlayStation is the lead platform for Call of Duty. Also, the interesting thing is, what will Sony do? A lot of people saying, what will Sony do? I don't think Sony really will do much. I mean, Sony have quite a good lineup for 2022. I mean, it doesn't really affect Sony in the short term, to be honest. It's more a long-term thing, and who knows where the industry will be in mid-2023. We don't know. We don't know where it'll be there. So it is a future investment. It doesn't really make any difference. Sony have still got a reasonably good lineup this year. You've got Horizon Forbidden West. You've got God of War Ragnarok that are coming. Apparently KOTOR is coming this year. Don't know. Doubt it though. The KOTOR remake. They've got exclusivity on that at least, so that's something. But yeah, I mean, it's interesting to see. Don't really like it when one company kind of dominates the majority of the market. It's bad for the customers generally. Having Microsoft dominate and win is bad. We want Sony and Microsoft to be close. We want competition in the marketplace. That's what we want. It's the same thing on the PC side. We want, like, you've got Intel fanboys and AMD fanboys. You need competition between the two of them. That drives prices down. That keeps innovation high. That means we get better products. We get better games ultimately as well if these companies are competing with each other. But Sony, I don't think will be concerned. What you might find is if Sony have to rely on their own first-party titles more, they may bring them closer to bringing their PC releases the same day as their PS4 and PS5 releases. That may be something, because again, they can open it up to a larger platform, again on the PC, just like Microsoft have done. I mean, it's the same, they're both kind of going for the same strategy. I think they probably will be a PlayStation version of Game Pass. I think that's a given now. We've seen things like them starting to look at backwards compatibility. It's one area where they're way behind Microsoft on. Microsoft have done a way better job of back compat. Again, you can play all of the Xbox games from all, versions of the Xbox, from the original Xbox up to the Xbox One. So that's pretty good. Sony, they have some PS2 games that were ported to PS4 that are playable. They've got some. I think they've got Final Fantasy 7, 8, and 9 are like the PlayStation 1 games that they have ported over to PS4 that run on the PS5. It would be interesting to see if they could achieve PlayStation 3 emulation, because if you look at PlayStation 3 emulation on the PC, it's had a lot of huge breakthroughs, and it has come a long way. Whether they can do it, it is very CPU intensive. Whether that Zen 2 CPU is good enough to do it. Although Microsoft found a way to do it. If anyone can find a way, it's Sony, really, because they know every single function, every single chip does on the PS3 and the PS5, because of course they built them. So they know how everything works. So they should be able to do a better job than than people who again have to rely on things like hacking the console and hacking the games and guesswork sometimes for the emulator as well, just to get things working there. There is some element of guesswork there, whereas Sony know everything. Sony just know everything, so they should be able to do a better job of developing they could certainly do a PS2 emulator. That's certainly not out of the question there. But it'd be interesting to see. I think even if they did do a Game Pass thing, even if they just changed PlayStation Now to let you download the games, something like that would be welcomed, really, because Sony do have a larger back catalogue than Microsoft. Again, they've been in the console business a bit longer, so they do have PS1, PS2, PS3 games to add to the PS4 back compatibility. So that would be something that I think would be quite good, even if it was just Sony games, and then they could include the odd third-party game, especially old third-party PS2 games. There's a huge, big library of PS2 games I'd love to play again, updated, upscaled into 4K. You can already do it on the PC, so but it would be nice to do it on your PlayStation console and get it officially supported by Sony. But anyway, that is all for this video. So again, I'll see you again soon, and goodbye.